Well, welcome to phase 6 of the PrescriptFit Medical Nutrition Therapy Program. I'm Dr. Stanford Owen. Hopefully you're sitting there with your counselor at your medical provider's office. If you're at home, a couple of basic things we review every week. Number one, this is phase 6. If you need to refer to the book at this point, maybe review phase 1 through 5 and now phase 6, please reread that again. Before you start phase 6, fill out your medical nutrition therapy follow-up sheet. Your name, your weight, your height, your waist, the diet strategy that you're using. Now this week will be PrescriptFit phase 6. Any medications that you're taking, if you've deleted a medication this week or if your provider has recommended stopping it, just leave it off. The exercise that you're planning this week, any discussions that you're having with your family or problems, discuss with your spouse, your kids, your parents, your friends. Colleagues at work may be giving you trouble at this time because you're looking like you're in control, you've lost a bunch of weight, your medications are diminished, you're happy, you're vibrant. That's threatening to some people. And at this point in time, you'll start seeing that at work. So be conscious and ready for that when it happens. Environmental cleanup, again, keep the sugary drinks out of the house. If at all possible, pork, beef, dairy, and starches, wheat, corn, rice, potatoes. Try and eliminate them from the house so that if you're going to eat them, you have to leave the house and go look for them. Any symptoms that you have, 0 to 10, by this time your symptoms should be relatively stable. When you add nuts into the equation, are there any other symptoms that come back? Any measures that have been taken by your provider since you last came in for a visit. And now your plan of action. This will be, the diet will be PrescriptFit phase 6. Exercise, how many minutes a day are you planning for this week? Environmental cleanup, what else do you have to do to further get your environment clean at home or at work for that matter at this point? And is your family on board or are they still fighting you? Just make a note of that and your strategy for dealing with that specific issue. Any new medications that may have been added in or deleted relative to your hunger, appetite, or metabolism. And hand this back to your counselor so that they can tally this at the office. Now phase 6 is nuts. So nuts, you have a lot of variety. Any nut that comes off of a tree anywhere in the world is on the table. That could be almonds or pistachios or walnuts or peanuts are okay. Peanuts are, you can really go through a lot of peanuts in a short amount of time. So try and watch the amount of peanuts that come in. But all nuts are on the table. There's no nut that's necessarily better than the next nut. Especially if you have kids, bring lots of different types of nuts into the house. If you can buy shell nuts, you have to crack them and it makes a little bit more work. You may not eat quite as much of them and you find it entertaining and filling and a good snack to watch around TV. So this will be phase 6 of the program. If you're going 3, 7, or 14 days, mark it on your calendar. And again, if you're struggling to get through 14 days, just at day 10 or day 11 or day 12, when you can't take it anymore, jump to the next phase, which would be phase 7, which is fruit coming up. It's not a big deal whatsoever. It's important that you understand the strategy. If you're not perfect, that's okay, but understanding the strategy is really vital. So the next phase will be phase 7, that's fruit. Remember, you can add these phases in any order. And if anybody else, now you're probably starting to get questions and you might be teaching people, just remember any order of the phases is fine. So we'll see you in phase 7.